everybody, it's Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. We're gonna do a craft today. I thought it would be a cute idea to make a little bee skep. I want to make a mini one for my tiered tray because I just can't find a little one. So I thought I would come on here and make one, right? So I'm gonna take this little Dollar Tree plastic pot from the Dollar Tree, I said that already, half of a ping pong ball, also from the Dollar Tree. Everything is from the Dollar Tree. Some nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using my scissors, some clamps from the Dollar Tree, and also hot glue. And maybe these tweezers, so, but they're not necessary. You can use I'm using these just to pinch off some of the nautical rope into the glue, but you could use anything. You don't have to use these. So let's get started. I'm also using a new setup here, so I hope it works. I should be able to turn you down to see what I'm doing, and I should also be able to see what you're seeing. So let's hope that that works out well today. Alright, so this is what we're making. It is so cute. I want to just give you a little history about the Bee Skep. It's pronounced Bee Skep, and it's spelled S-K-E-P, Skep. And in the old days, beekeepers mostly use these, but beekeepers had a real reason for using bee skeps. They would put out, most of them are used or made out of turned up hay or old rope, things like that. So they would make these, and what they would do is the bees would come, they would set them out, and the bees will come and they will make their honeycomb in here. And then, of course, the beekeeper will come collect they come much bigger than this. This is a mini one, don't forget. This is for my tiered tray. But they come much bigger than this, and all different sizes according to whatever the beekeeper wanted. But the reason for the Bee Skep, back when we didn't have the bee drawers and things, was definitely to collect honey. It was a very small way of collecting honey, but it worked. And so now these are pretty much in antique stores and used as just decoration. As a matter of fact, it is illegal in the States, in the United States, to use a bee skep if you are a beekeeper anymore, because the bees, they cement their beehive into wherever they put their beehive, right? They cement it with some kind of bee cement, but that can have bacterias and things that the, powers that be, that don't want us to have anything that could be bad for us. So the United States does not allow beekeepers to use those anymore. That's why you'll see beekeepers have bee stacks of drawers and cages, and I don't really know the technical term for those, but today we're going to be making a little bee skep, a little crooked little bee skep, and I love it. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to take our nautical rope, which is too fat for this bee skep. Is it too fat? I think so. Let's see. We're gonna try. I made this one, the first one, by untangling this rope so that I could use it in a thinner, because I want it, see how much thin this one is than the 3 pieces. So we're gonna try to unravel this and just use it unraveled because it is a mini. If I was doing a bigger bee skep though, I would definitely use the whole rope. And I have made bigger ones. My sister and I love Bee Skeps. We love the way they look, and we love them inside and outside in our gardens. And so we've made them out of 2-liter Pepsi bottles and all kinds of things. They're fun to make. So basically all you're going to be doing is, I won't bore you on here to unravel this whole thing, but you're going to be unraveling it and getting yourself some cord, and then in order to start your Bee Skep, you're going, this is where my tweezers come in handy. You're going to have to glue this, right? I'm not doing it yet, but you're going to have to glue this to get it started so that it is wound up like this. Okay? But before we do any of that, we have to take our little planted pot. We're going to cut this rim off, okay, with scissors. It's not very difficult. And then we cut a, I don't know why I say we, it's me. Oh, just me here. But anyway, I cut half of a ping pong ball, and that is going to sit on the top just to give our Bee Skep a little dome shape. So let's cut off our little trim here. And it's cracking as I go around, but not my planter, just the trim is. That's what you're hearing. And I'm just gonna go around and figure. I'm gonna go around and trim that up. This is what you were hearing, the snapping of the cracking. So we'll discard that. All right, so now let's just go around and trim it up so you don't have any rough edges. You don't need any injuries with sharp plastic. You want to try to make it as even as possible though, so that it will sit on your surface. So there we have it. Get rid of this trash, and then I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. But before, I don't know if I should, okay. So what I'm going to do is I have my hot glue here, so I'm going to turn you down, gather everything. Okay, now we're going to glue our ping pong ball right onto the top of our little pot. And it doesn't have to be anything special, just glue it on. Hold it down for a minute. And while that's sitting, I am going to start a little bit of glue. Here's my camera. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this so it will. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and pinch it and start turning it. That's all I'm doing is turning it. When it's all done, I'm going to go around. I'll have to get my tweezers out. Let me get my tweezers out. I did that really tight. So I think I glued mine in there. Okay, so I'm not going to use my tweezers. So what I'm going to do is just put glue here, then take my tweezers and turn it so that it doesn't touch my tweezers. And then you're just going to keep on doing that for a second. You're going to just put another thing of glue and wind your rope around. You're making a little circle because that's going to sit on top of our little tennis ping pong ball. Alright, so now I have a weird nub in here that's not going to work. I'm just going to trim that off. Alright. And now you're just going to go, it's hard to hold at first, but you're just going to hold that still. Another drop, glue, and go around again. You'll see what I have here in a minute. It's hard to show you right now. See? So we'll try it with my left hand. I put a little bit of glue. Whoops, wrong thing. That's not even the trigger. And wind it one more time. Around. I do mine nice and tight too. Alright, so that's what we're getting. And then we're going to put a nice glob of glue on top of our ping pong ball and set that right down on top. Okay, let's hold that for a moment. And then we're going to continue gluing this all the way around. Easy peasy. Just go around and around. I put mine on a little crooked and I might be able to straighten it out. I might not. It's a Bee Skep, really. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. We're going to hold it for a minute. This is very hot, this glue, so you might want to get a protection stick that we've made, or put this right on your fingertip. That would be good too. And so we just go around covering this whole thing. We are going to make a little door in a minute. This one, see, has a little door. That's where the bees go in. I call it a door. Some people make a circular hole. This is the way I do it. And back in the olden days when beekeepers were making these, they were just making them out of straw or old string or rope that they could find. Even sometimes they started with a fallen bird's nest and made them out of that. It's very interesting, the Bee Skep. Now you see them in antique stores and things. Very primitive. Very primitive. So I am going to continue going around and going around and going around until this is almost completely covered, and then I'm going to come back to you and show you how we made a little door. But this is easy. This is the very easy part. You're just wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And this is what we're getting so far. So I'm going to put you on a hold, and I'm going to continue wrapping, and when I think there's a good point to come back on here and let you know what we're doing next, I'll turn you back on. Okay, so let me turn you up again for a minute. This is what we have so far. Easy peasy, right? But now we need to make a little door. So I'm just going to take a Sharpie marker, and I'm just going to draw, let's see, probably right in the front. I'm just going to draw a little hole, and then I'm going to cut it out. And hopefully I can use my scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember. Yesterday I used an X-Acto knife when I made mine, but we'll see what we can get today out of scissors, because my knife is very dull. And like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't even have to be cute, because we're gonna cover that with our jute. So now, I have to separate some more, but when we do that, let me separate a couple pieces because I want to show you. When I get down to this door, so I'm wrapping around and around, and when I get down to this door, I will tuck a piece every time I come to the door. My fingers are numb here. I will tuck, let me pretend there's glue there. I will tuck a piece inside and I will go around the door. You'll see. I'm gonna wrap some more and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, I wanna show you. So I'm coming around and I'm gonna go inside my door, okay? So I put my glue on it. Whoa, sorry, trying to show you on camera. Let me get this tight first. And then all I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just gonna turn this right on in. Ow. And it burns, burns, burns. Can you hear my music? Okay, so you're just gonna go inside the door like that every time. And then you gotta cut this piece off, start inside here and go around. Okay, so as you can see, I have done what I told you. I've gone around and I've gone inside the door on either side. It's a mess in there, and that's where these clips come in. You can hold that down good. And then on this skep, I decided, this one's for my sister, it's a gift. This one's a mess, it's mine. But I decided to go around the raw edge one time. So I am going across the bottom of my Bee Skep there. Alright, so I am just going to finish this off by just going around the raw bottom with one more layer of my jute rope. It's a little tedious. I've burnt myself so much on this project, people. You gotta really protect your fingers. Okay. The reason I don't wear this instead of using it on my stick is because it really squishes my fingers. I don't know if any of you have that, but I can't stand my feet. It feels like it shuts my circulation off in my fingers. Alright, so now I'm going to end my Bee Skep right here. I had to do it and show you on camera. Put that right in there. Oop. Okay, looks like we could use a little more glue here and here. Push that down. I'm just sticking this to itself now at this point. I'm sticking the last layer of rope to itself. Okay, we're going to cut this piece off at an angle. Maybe add a little more glue in there. Press that down. We'll go around and we'll pick all the little glue daubs off. Pressing down. This is our adorable little Bee Skep. How cute is that? Right? My sister's gonna love it. Alright, I wish I had some little bee buttons or something to put on it. It's so cute. But that is it. This is the inside. It's a mess. See how I would cut here and wrap inside to create my door. My little hole for my bees. And look at it. It sits so adorable. Oh, sorry. It fits so adorable. Isn't that cute? So, that is our little mini, really mini Bee Skep for our tiered tray. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining me today. And I hope you guys are inspired to make yourself one. You can use a big pot. You can use a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. You can make them all different shapes and sizes. Google Bee Skep, B-E-E-S-K-E-P, and tell me in the comments below what you think of your little education on Bee Skeps today. And also let me know in the comments if I didn't educate you. Maybe you already knew about Bee Skeps. All right, everybody, this is adorable. I can't wait to go decorate my tiered tray with it. Until the next video, everybody be well and be kind.